All new Super Mario Bros. U speedrunners know about this, the Miiverse prompts. After completing Blooper's secret lair and watching the Path to World 5 unfold, you'll see a few messages informing you about the Miiverse and a prompt asking you if you want to be able to see and post messages. It's quite sad actually to see that Nintendo decided to never remove this dialogue after Miiverse shut down in late 2017. But here's the interesting part. In the very first version of the game, the one that was shipped on disc, the Miiverse prompts didn't exist. On the day of the release, on the 18th of November 2012, version 1.1.0 was made available, which added them. This means that the Miiverse functionality was added very late in development. But what it also means is that if someone decided to never connect their Wii U to the internet and therefore never downloaded the update data for the game, they would never have the Miiverse prompts. When you play a game on the Wii U, it will first connect to the internet and check what the latest version of the game you're trying to play is. If there's a newer version of the game available, it will download it and write that version number into a file containing all version numbers of all the games that ever were on the Wii U. This file is called versions.bin. However, if you don't have an internet connection, the Wii U looks at 3 different version numbers and compares them. Firstly, the game version, which is currently installed. Secondly, the system record of the latest version of the game you're trying to play. I don't know very much about this one, but I think this is a list of the newest versions of all Wii U games at the time when the current Wii U firmware released. Thirdly, the file I mentioned earlier, versions.bin. When comparing these version numbers, there are a few cases that can occur. If the game version is the same as the one in versions.bin, the game starts normally. This is what is usually expected when starting a game. If the game version happens to be lower than the one in versions.bin, then the Wii U knows that a higher version of the game was once installed on the Wii U and will not let you play the game until you update. There is one more special case though. If the game version and the one in versions.bin match, but the version in the newest version list doesn't, then the Wii U will show the message that an update is available, but will not force you to update. I think the reason this case exists is for when someone can't connect their Wii U to the internet at all. Therefore Nintendo will let you play with an old version, but only if you've never been able to update to a newer version in the first place. Now, here comes the controversial part. Using Homebrew, we can trick the Wii U into thinking it never downloaded the update data in the first place, and therefore will let us play version 1.0.0 of the game. In order to downgrade New Super Mario Bros. U, you must first homebrew your Wii U. By the way, all links that I'm going to mention are also linked in the description. This site here has a very detailed guide for installing the homebrew. Just make sure to follow everything exactly as it's written. Once you've done that, download FTPU from here and place the .elf file in the Wii U folder on the SD card. Then start the homebrew launcher and start FTPU. On your PC, you will have to install a hex editor and an FTP client. I'm using HXD and WinSCP. Connect to the IP address the Wii U shows with port 21 and click OK on any authentication prompts. Navigate to storage_slc/security and copy the file versions.bin to your computer. Open it with the hex editor. Next, we have to find the line where the information for New Super Mario Bros. U is located. Copy the title ID from the description. Side note, you can find these title IDs yourself from this website, where you can search for all Wii U games. In the hex editor, open the search prompt with Ctrl F, go to hex values and paste in the title ID. In the same line, find the third to last number pair. It should read 50 at this point. Change it to 00, save the file, and copy versions.bin back to where you got it from. Make sure to click overwrite if asked. Next, we're going to change the Wii U settings so it won't download the game update anymore. There are 2 ways of doing this. The first way is just to remove your current Wi-Fi connection from the connection list in settings. However, this means you won't be able to go online in any other games either. If you only want to block updates, you can do the following. go to System Settings, Internet, select your Wi-Fi network and change settings. Here, go to DNS and set it to Do Not Auto-Obtain. Type in these two DNS addresses. This will disable all Wii U software updates without limiting in-game online functionality. The final step will be to remove the installed 1.3.0 update from your console. For this, you must go to Data Management in the System Settings. There, click on Copy/Move/Delete Data, go to System Memory and click on New Super Mario Bros. U. Click on the Update Data and then click Delete. Finally, we're done with setting everything up. Go back to the Home menu and start the game. As I spoke about earlier, the Wii U knows that an update exists, but it will still let you play the game as long as you don't connect to Nintendo's servers again. At the end of the video, I just wanted to quickly talk about the validity of runs done with this method. I think a very solid argument for allowing it is the following. If you bought a brand new Wii U right now, or have one which has never had New Super Mario Bros. U installed, you can disconnect it from the internet and play the game from disk with version 1.0.0. So, it's possible anyways without Homebrew. This method just allows for emulating one of the two named scenarios, but without spending money for a new Wii U. Obviously, you can now say that doing it legitimately is okay, but using Homebrew isn't. The problem with this is that it's impossible to differentiate the two when you can only see the Wii U screen. Another possibility would be to create a separate category for 1.0.0, but that would also be a bit strange to create a category which is exactly the same as the regular one except for a missing dialogue. Or maybe the Miiverse Dialogue could be subtracted from all runs to make them even with 1.0.0 runs. In the end, it's completely up to the mods to decide that, and I don't really mind what they end on deciding. But I have to say, making this video was a ton of fun to research and create. I'd like to thank you for watching the whole way through, and we'll hopefully see you another time.